Hey guys, just want to share with you this badass stock stroke 351 Cleveland 4V build back in the mid 90s here, coming in at 357 cubic inches. This particular build utilizing a set of Chev 5.7 inch length Carrillo rods that the customer had already purchased prior. This here is a 4V field intake port combo, one which was pretty new to a lot of builders around the 90s time, especially on street and strip combinations back then, when large port 4V iron heads were only known to make big horsepower with big duration cams and RPMs. This here being kept as a 2-bolt mains bottom end with the original cast but 4 MAB crankshaft in place, and a little unorthodox 5.7 inch length Carrillo rods being used, so a short rod combo here. Out of the box lump top high compression sealed power forged pistons with Child and Albert ring set and a final compression ratio of 12.5:1, which would see this run on straight avgas, which was quite normal for tough street engines in the day. Keeping it true to that era, a mechanical crane solid cam setup was used here with a 681 thou lift on the exhaust and 276 degree duration at 50. Cam was, intentionally picked to be a very tough yet still somewhat tame for big horsepower street use, but the engine builder does stress that even a bigger cam profile would have even seen more horsepower on this combo and cubic inch. Now, the key modification here, obviously, is the high-modded closed chamber 4V iron heads, which are heavily bogged up on the intake side, not only on the floor side, but the sidewall also, which was a new thing I remember going on around back then that was sort of like a trend, or, at least a thought. Some port party also applied to the bowl area and some reshaping there as well. But what's interesting here is the exhaust tube and plates, designed and made by the engine builder, not so much like the hacked out head and thick bolted exhaust plates that were usually done on early pro stock 4V Cleveland builds. This here was a specific design steel tube insert that was shaped to match the short turn and roof and then contoured to a round exit, raising the floor issue and held in welded to an external but thinner exhaust flange, bolted all in place. Pretty cool actually. Ford Motorsport intake manifold to fit and being port matched, a 950 performance Holly of the time, and away it goes on the dyno for the results. Pumping out 595.2 horsepower at only a low 6,750 RPM. And remember, it's only 357 cubic inch, guys, with torque coming in at 482.2 foot-pound at 5,500 RPM, and stays above 415 foot-pound of torque from 4,500 RPM onwards, which is a result of the head modifications and being 357 cubic inches. This here's the mid-90s, guys, and going off that previous video of that stout 2V combination I posted up. Even though this 4V head is drastically resized in port volume and shape, it still has the upper, edge over the heavily ported 2V irons by like 50 plus flywheel horses. Torque and RPMs were pretty similar or close, so to speak. But 4V large port heads have a lot of different outcomes on a lot of different combinations. As I've always stated in the past, there are plenty of as-is large port 4V intakes making big horsepower without the fuss of port partying the intake or doing radical exhaust plates. The right combinations, different cubic inches, carburation, etc. have seen stock 4Vs make well over 600 horsepower naturally aspirated with good torque figures and within the realistic rev ranges also. Anyway, hope you like this one. Pretty interesting combination from down under and being 30 years ago also, with outstanding street horsepower, especially for that time and era. Thanks, guys.